Hi, my name is Courtney and I'm a library associate at the Grandview Heights Public Library. Thank you for tuning in for our adult book talk today. We have adult book talks every Wednesday where we have staff members come in and recommend some new books that they're reading or some hidden gems they wish more people knew about. So thank you very much for tuning in. I have a couple books to share with you today that are newer releases, things that I really enjoyed. So my first book to share with you is called Honey Girl. It's by Morgan Rogers. It just came out in February, and this is Morgan's debut novel. It is gorgeous. The cover is gorgeous, obviously, but I think I've seen it marketed as a romance novel, kind of, and I'm not sure it totally is. It has sort of like a classic rom-com setup where Grace is this recently graduated PhD student who goes to Las Vegas with her girlfriends and ends up married to a stranger. She meets this woman in Las Vegas. She doesn't even know her name, and they end up married, and the next morning she wakes up alone and she just has a wedding ring and a photograph and a letter from this girl. And she ends up going back home and eventually kind of going off to New York to meet her mysterious wife, and she is dealing with a lot in this book. It might sound really lighthearted. I kind of went into it expecting that, but it has this beautiful lyrical language. It's so poetic. There's some beautiful descriptions of Grace is an astronomer, so it's some beautiful descriptions of like the universe and people finding their place in the universe. I think loneliness is a big theme in this book. So is found families. The supporting characters in this book are fantastic. They're so loving and diverse, like so different and so supportive of each other as they are. And I really think that this is a gem of a book. I'm not quite done reading it, but I am really enjoying it so far, so I think you should check this one out as well. My next one is kind of two books. It's actually a series. So there was, these both came out last year, but the series is called Were-Geeks Save the World by Kathy Lyons. This is the first one, so it's Were-Geeks Save Wisconsin. The second one is Were-Geeks Save Lake Wacka. And these books are so fun and so crazy. I read a lot of romance. I really enjoy it as a genre, and these are kind of supernatural male romance books, but they just get so crazy in a way that is truly so much fun to read about. And the reason I'm recommending both of them is that they have a through plot, which actually, unlike a lot of romance series, I think you really need to read both of them in order to understand what's going on, but I really think it's worth it. So the basic plot of this first one is that there is this mysterious organization of werewolves who are kind of like the FBI / like secret enforcement of making sure supernatural entities around the world that are evil don't like kill lots of people or get out of control. And there is an agent called Nero who has just had this horrible thing happen to him. His entire team, except for himself, his entire pack, have been killed by this like demon that has taken over this lake. And he strikes a deal, Nero strikes a deal with a fairy that he will get a do-over. He gets to go back in time and try to redo that day, that moment when his team was killed. But he realizes he really needs some help. And so his organization goes out and recruits all of these geeks to be like the tech support for all of these agents, because they kind of just have the muscle in this organization and they need some smart guys behind them to smart guys and women to support their missions and make them more successful. So one of the people they end up recruiting is Josh, who is a chemist. He blows lots of things up, mostly on accident, and they kind of drop them right into this world they turn them into werewolves, drop them right into this world in kind of sink or swim sort of situation. and Nero and Josh form a relationship, which of course is really complicated because Nero is planning to go back in time and erase everything that just happened. The second book, I'm not going to say too much about because, like I said, the plot is pretty, there's pretty clear cut through there. It is about Josh's older brother and Aladdin, who is another member of the Geek Squad that they recruit. And you kind of get further into them trying to defeat this demon that has taken over what they're calling Lake Wacka. And this is truly so insane. I never would have thought I would need to read a book that involved fairies shaped like blocks of cheese, but I did, and no, you would be surprised, but they do play an integral part of the plot of this book. So it is really fun, and you can get these as paperbacks, but I also read them on Hoopla Digital, if that's one of our ebook services, if you've ever used that before, and if not, feel free to give us a call and we can get you started with that. So I hope you enjoyed this book talk, and I hope you will tune in again next Wednesday. If you would like your own personalized book recommendations, you can also check out our Find Your Next Great Read service on our website, where we can give you some personalized recommendations. Have a good day.